Welcome. I know. I thought I was gonna have some bass, some acoustics, some background monkey chant, but no, he left me hanging, and here I sounded like a
special
distressed
occasions.
monkey. Welcome
Monkey
to
Bites.
BitmonkeyTV. My name is Marcelo.
Episode 26.
Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Scott.
Yeah. No,
Nice to meet you guys.
Today is Moral Monkey Mondays.
Yeah, we're having
kicking
a good
off
Monday.
our new. Yeah, we have a schedule every day of the week. We'll be streaming. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's Scott and I co-hosting together, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll be tackling that solo. For now. Until he lives closer, right? Because it's a far
Hopefully.
drive for him to get over here.
September.
Hopefully, it's already written in stone, my man.
Yeah,
Quarter
I
four,
will
you'll
be
be over here.
100%
Yeah.
full-time Monkey Bites.
Yeah. So welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out
We
with
got
us.
our
I hope
mics
you guys-
fixed and everything. Thank
Yeah.
you everybody for tuning in. If you have any questions immediately, just drop it in the comment. But we're gonna kickstart this episode, given that it's Moral Monkey Mondays.
Let's welcome everybody back.
Yeah,
It's been 2 days, which is like
We
a
need
week in crypto.
They're experiencing our kind of like collab right now. We need to come up with an intro. That's why I hinted like you didn't give them your name, dude.
Oh,
You know?
we do that every time. Surprise! My name is now Gerald.
I was left hanging on the monkey chance. I think
Oh,
that's
I
what threw
showed
us all off today.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe we should have it like. I mean, for now we're kind of just winging it, but we should just title. What's the word for
I think
like not small talk?
Introduction, pleasantries.
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 That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great word, pleasantries.
Pleasantries, and then down to the first topic. So today Monday is all about getting personal, right? We're not going to so much talk NFTs unless it comes up in a conversation.
Oh, we're gonna talk NFTs.
Yeah. I know, right? However,
Today's different.
to
though.
kick off why we're here, why I even started BitmonkeyTV in the first place, it was going to be another podcast. The white paper was still in an infant stage. Scott hadn't read it. I had never sent that text to say, hey, what are you up to nowadays?
Yep.
But now here we are. And the reason I want to spotlight Moral Monkeys and the V-Friends NFT project is in some way, shape, or form, they are solely responsible for us being here at this moment in time.
True.
Because without that project, without the experiences in Discord, within the community thus far, probably wouldn't be doing this, to be honest.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to kick over to a Windows share, and I'm going to shout out the contest that we're hosting, which is the 5x5 Moral Monkey. There it is! There it is!
Had to give him one. He wanted it.
Let's see. Did it refresh? Yeah, there you go. It refresh. So,
Yo,
for anybody
Gary.
watching, it's www.moralmonkeymob.com. What's funny is this project came before Monkey Bites. It kind of helped birth Monkey Bites in a
Precursor.
way, right? Even though the Monkey Bites name was kind of in my notepad from last year, I used it as a gamer tag for a little while.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Right? Yeah. Oh,
That
if you
was a
look on my
good-
Xbox, it's Monkey Bites.
Amazing.
Yeah,
From
Monkey
gamer
Bites.
tag to NFT.
It started off as a gamer tag, and then I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this is a great product name or idea. Let
Yeah.
me write this down.
That's amazing.
And it's crazy how it's carried this far, in my notepad, and now I'm actually using it. So
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be here talking to you if it weren't for the V-Friends project. So I want to shout out this contest that we've started. We're loaning out 5 Moral Monkeys to 5 lucky winners every single year for the next 3 years to join us at VCon. For those who don't know, VCon is a conference being hosted by Gary Vaynerchuk. He's just a badass. I don't know what else it's like. I can. You just go watch his content.
If you're in the NFT space and you haven't heard his name by now, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
You're living under a rock.
And I
He's
don't want to say
everywhere.
doing something.
Not that you're not doing something wrong,
But I agree. Like
he's
maybe
everywhere.
And to be honest, when I first listened to him,
Yeah.
I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" It took. I think I've talked about.
I'm sure
this
people
with,
think the
the
same
show.
thing
Oh,
about
for
us.
sure. Very.
These guys.
So going back to the details, we're going to also be covering the round trip airfare and hotel expenses for the lucky winners every single year. You may be asking, what's the catch? There really is no catch. We're not pumping out marketing campaigns for this. We're not asking you to tag or like or share or retweet or none of that. We just want to do good. We want to give back.
Yeah.
And I say we because now this project is also Scott's project. I know I started Moral Monkey Mob solo dolo, I know the Moral Monkeys are in my wallet, but
Yep.
nevertheless, I'm gonna say our because we're in this together. He's helping me on this front more than you guys could think. So, but yeah, for anybody curious and wanting to apply, just go ahead and click this Google form. Oh, I probably shouldn't. Oh, I'm not logged in on this browser. Good. That way they can't see any entries. But this is what you get. You just enter in your email, introduce your name, introduce yourself with your name, Discord tag, Instagram handle, Twitter handle, your Ethereum public wallet ID, or your .eth address. And then we're going to ask for 5 core values or moral beliefs that you live by or strive to live by. All right, there's no rush to fill this out. The applicant window closes on November 7th. So we still have another 3 months. I was about to say, yeah, never mind. Man, my math's way off right now.
We're all bad at math.
You know,
And not
good
all
at
of
simple
us.
math.
Sometimes I'm
And
okay.
then, so a part of another thing here with the Moral Monkey Mob is we are doing rewards for existing VFriends Moral Monkey token owners. These rewards will be eligible to claim once Monkey Bites, our NFT project we launched on the 7th, reaches its 4th milestone, which is estimated April/May of 2022. So just to give you a sneak peek, I can't disclose what this is, but it's a spectacular hollow bonus. Imagine gift goat status, right, from the VFriends project. It's gonna be something special. Whoever owns that gets to come on our site, enter in their, sign the signature to prove they own the token. Then they can claim the reward or claim the BTC equivalent payout. Bubblegum is a Walt Disney trip for 5. Same thing, BTC equivalent or the trip itself. This one here is a golden time in the heart of Bali. This is just for one person or 2 possibly. The terms of that are still being worked out, but chances are I'll be joining you. All right, and not to rain on your parade or anything. I know people love their personal space, but I'll be in Bali when you're in Bali. It's a reason for me to go because I also want to go hit up Australia. So a volcanic trip to Maui for 5, and chances are Scott will be there too. I'm sorry to leave him out of this.
No, I was gonna say, and I'll be there too, but I didn't know what his plans
So
were.
I'm kind of speaking from a single tunnel vision perspective right now. So
and we want to hang out with you.
Everything
I hope you want to hang out with us.
anytime you hear me say like I'll be there or I'll possibly be there, Scott's right in there too.
I'm gonna swim there if I have to.
All right, so the Monkey Bites, it's a diamond share of mining. I know some of you are going to be saying, well, you own the diamond. Well, duh. I mean, it's my project, right? Monkey Bites presents an epic trip for 2 for the epic green moral monkey. The trip is just, it's obviously more for 2 people, whether you're friends traveling together or a couple. We will fine tune the trip based off of the 2 people. So if you're 2 friends, we're going to alter the trip a little bit, but give it the same amount of USD value or BTC value, right? And then the orange moral monkey is a very rare opportunity. As you see, we're building IP, we're building this platform up. So just understand that if you own this token, I can't give you the specifics quite yet, but it's a very, very rare opportunity with us, right? This one's going to be a rare gift from the team. Can't disclose it yet. Just going to tease you. And then, did you just do the heart? Yeah. And then a core swag collection for the cores. We're going to be doing a bunch of swag, a bunch of merch. And if you own a core, you get one of each. So the details and the graphics on that merch is to be announced. There's a frequently asked questions page. We haven't updated it since launch, but we will. We've been hard at work with Monkey Bites, so I hope you understand. Updates at the footer, okay? Now we're gonna kick over, since this is Moral Monkey Mob or Moral Monkey Mondays, we're just gonna jump on over to Monkey Bites, all right? For those who are unaware, it's a recent NFT project Scott and I launched on the 7th of July. So we're just
7-7.
Yeah, I know, right? We're just about 1 month in, man, and I gotta say, it's been a great start. It's exceeded any expectations that I might have had, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just so grateful for everybody's. Here I am talking to the camera like full screen. Let's go full screen real quick.
One fun thing, We actually had our next founder. We found our next founder.
I was gonna weave
into
that.
that.
Oh, you stole it. This guy.
He was talking too long, anyways.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I was full screening that window tab, so forgive me, you guys. Let us know if we're seeing too much of the window capture. If you want to see more of our faces, we'll jump back over because I know
some of this prime real estate right here.
But for Monkey Bites, you know, this is a very unique NFT project. Oh, I didn't finish my thank you. Here I am going back to it. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody for your support so far. It's out of this world and we're just getting started. Like we're just 7 seconds in. I know I'm being repetitive. I know that's kind of similar to what the crew Gary's saying. It's only 45 seconds in, as I think. Did they jump up to 48 seconds by now? You would think, you know, being a week or two. 3-second gauge.
Wait, what are you talking about here?
He's not in the.
I missed that.
So so if I were to drop the word animatas, he'd know everything, right? Because he's in that Discord more. I'm more in VFriends Discord observing.
I pop in VFriends every day.
It's
but not
something
as
that
long
you
as
would
do.
understand. Yeah. So I'm not even going to take the time. But thank you guys. Like, fuck yeah, we're just getting started. Yeah, man. Lucy, hey, thanks for tuning in, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, Lucy's got a monkey bite. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was, I think he was the second founder, dude.
Oh, okay.
Second or third.
Amazing.
And I know when we kind of like publicly announce a new founder, we need to find a different way because we keep announcing the number and then like the order of them. Maybe we should just put I don't know, because the timestamp kind of does matter if you think about it, like the first to get one. So we're gonna keep track of that. Yeah, we're gonna find a way to sift through that data. But just thank you guys so much.
Yeah, for real.
Like, and if you guys have any comment suggestions based off of our first 2 months, yeah, you got a good number.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember.
You hinted on
7.
Yeah.
Of course.
He hinted on at the beginning of the episode. So seven has some underlying value there. That's all I'm gonna say.
So cool. Yeah. And man, we're just getting started. I mean, just like the NFT space, like it's still so early, so young. If you guys have been paying attention to the market lately, it seems like a lot of money is starting to flow in. Not that there wasn't already a good amount here, but I don't know if we were talking about it, not so much maybe mainstream adoption it is bringing more money in, but there's some huge like VC firms who are making big plays in the NFT world right now.
So I went down a rabbit hole when I saw that CryptoPunk get purchased by a 9-figure wallet. And I wanted to figure out where the money came from. Yeah. So we'll talk about that on Friday, on NFT Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe we'll touch on it today if the audience
maybe
wants
like towards the end.
But I want to try to stay
Moral
true to our theme of the days. You know what I mean? Always open up with Moral Monkey Mob, VFriends, shout out, as well as Monkey Bites. So we're going to briefly touch on it.
Let's do it.
For those watching this replay or watching live who are unaware, Monkey Bites is a fully on-chain NFT project focused on rewarding its owners and giving back to the world. Our manifesto, our goal, our mission, our guiding principle is to set the new standard and benchmark in the 21st century for giving back the right way, fully on-chain and transparent. And here I am squirreling. I didn't go to the window seat.
We want to do good with this project. The main purpose is to be able to give back.
We need that stream.
That's what we want.
Oh, so yeah,
I think we can actually set it up so that you can press different numbers too.
I need to do the hotkeys. That's next on the list. Piece by piece, we're just starting.
Everyone's gonna see the evolution of our stream,
right?
I think we're solid. The mic is working today. That is a huge win.
You know what's funny? Kind of reorganizing things, adding a new desk over here. We're gonna be adding way more desk space, making this more of a fluid studio. But when you have all the equipment in one spot where it stays and you're not moving those cables around consistently with other cables. Yeah.
Because I forget who it was. I think Greek said that any other stream for a while, because we were having those mic issues, he was saying you never have to turn them up, and with us we always have to crank it.
Oh really?
So hopefully we're coming in loud and clear.
Hopefully this fixes it, yeah. Because those are probably most of the streams where we had to bump up the mic and share it, over. So for those who are unaware, there's going to be only 7,777 Monkey Bites minted, fully on-chain, forever. I give a shout out to the crew at NFT42. We may not be working with them directly, but we are utilizing their platform and their infrastructure to mint and their minting engine. So it's been an awesome experience so far. And anytime I run into any issues in the community, I get a quick resolution. So I've been learning a lot about IPFS as well as Artweave, and we'll be doing some Tech Tip Tuesdays on those too. So that, if you guys want to learn more about how to go on chain forever,
and that's huge.
It's huge, and it's really not that difficult once you understand certain layers.
Yeah.
Just like anything in life.
I'm still learning about it, but
yeah,
he helped explain a bit.
I'm still learning
me,
too, so I say this all with a grain of salt. Like, I am learning a lot of this. Like, I did practice with quite a few different contracts before Monkey Bites, quite a few different projects, but with the way we're doing it, it is actually a new route, right?
Yeah.
So there has been certain pivots to be made internally, right? But we gave ourselves a nice time frame on the white paper, and we are way ahead of schedule on that time frame. So it's fantastic. Now, founders in this project are the token owners. They're not us. We are called lead monkeys, as you'll find in the white paper. With this project, the funds are distributed 7 ways. That's what makes us very unique. We're giving back 77% of the total proceeds.
You're a little low.
Was I? Okay, thank you.
There you go.
This is awesome having co-hosts. I would have gone off on a rant. We're splitting it up 77% into 6 separate funds. Comes out to about 768 ETH in each fund. 2 of those funds are going to be founders giveaways, one of which
giveaways.
Immediate. So as soon as our project is completely claimed and that last Monkey Bite number 7777, it's a tongue twister, is claimed. Yeah, 47. We're gonna kick off those giveaways with a digital event every single day. We're giving away. We're purchasing 7 floor-priced CryptoPunks and 7 floor-priced VFriends from each respective fund, and we're doing those every day, selecting 7 random founders until those funds are 0. From the day the project completes. So that's exciting. There's a 3rd fund for the founders, which is the Mining Farm Fund. This is more of a long-term economic. If you look at our roadmap, we should be 100% operational by the first quarter of 2024. Okay, that's the estimate right now. I'm obviously always aiming to undershoot any estimate, so keep that in mind. And that one's very special. So we're going to fractionalize 77% of the pool's profits and evenly distribute them based on the number of tokens a wallet address owns of the MBT Monkey Bites collection. Those payouts start in 2024. And they kick off every single month BTC into the wallet of your choice. By that time, we'll have very similar to VFriends. They just went through an update. We'll have a place on our website where you can attach your wallet and hook up all those specifics and those variables and any details behind economics for each and every fund. Okay. Now, with the first 3 funds, we're giving back to the world. Fund number 1 is the Monkey Bites Academy Fund, where we will be building 7 schools in 7 underprivileged countries. Fund number 2 is giving back to Artist Fund, where we're going to be helping artists thrive in every perspective. Number 3 is the Animal Rescue and Sanctuary Fund, where we're going to be rescuing as many animals as humanly possible. Okay. I did start it off with the founders first. I know I didn't go in chronological order. We're just briefly touching over it, right?
But all these focus. I just wanted, because you're just kind of skimming over them. I guess if anybody's tuning in, shoot, 5 viewers, holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice, hell yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Just want to make, reiterate how important these first, 3 are to us, about really giving back to the real world. I mean, not that the NFT world isn't the real world, but having real world implications to this project and benefiting, giving, back in resources, in different channels and marketplaces, for the artists, for the sanctuary, helping enrich animals' lives. It's incredible, and without that, we can't do it without you guys. And we'd love for you guys to be there every step of the way. When we're implementing this is a group effort with all of us. We have ideas in mind, but I'm sure
it doesn't happen without the support,
without you guys, and without I would love to have a huge community mind brain that helps us even come up with better ideas for what we're already working on. Here and listening to you guys. So this is big stuff, and we know it's incredibly ambitious. What an ambitious project. but we know what good it can do, and we're not going to stop fighting until we accomplish that.
And I wouldn't have crafted, we wouldn't have crafted such a project we didn't think we could execute on.
Yeah.
The reason I stated I is, as you guys will find in the white paper, it kind of started off as a solo thing. He came in, I think it was a Saturday. By that Monday, we were streaming BitmonkeyTV. Like, it was insane. It was awesome. But to reiterate, I wanted to go full screen.
Yeah.
The reason I jumped to those giveaways first is I was explaining the definition of founders.
Yeah.
But to just back Scott here, it's like those first 3 funds are huge, and it's more than just sending a donation to a wallet ID and saying, "Hey, I've done my part." That's it, and I'm not knocking anybody who does that, but that's the easy way out to cash out. In my opinion,
kind of the bare minimum.
It's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum. So, we this project was created meticulously designed to bring value to you, the audience, first and foremost, right? In addition to the rest of the world. So, every single fund is very, very, very meaningful to us. I know that the artist fund is more his forte, and he loves animals too, but it meshes more than you could imagine.
Yeah.
Right. The amount of input given from one fund to the other, it's just invaluable, right? Yeah. It's priceless. This collaborative effort so far, it's, what can I say? Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So thanks for being here, man.
Got it, Doug. This is, this is hopefully what we're
And you guys, more importantly, thanks for being here too.
Of course.
We're just having a little bromance moment.
A little bromance.
A little bromance moment.
But yeah, we want to turn, Monkey Bites is not like, this is not just a quick project. This is something that's gonna be a lifetime project that we're gonna be working on forever. Like, that's the goal, is that this becomes everything, and we're just gonna pour ourselves into it. So
100%.
That's it.
As much as I want to tease more, there's a lot more to say.
Yeah.
But let's get personal. I think we've talked enough. Yeah. Let's bring.
I want to talk about
the audience. The theme of the day.
Yeah, moral monkeys. Talk about like different things, sort of maybe that are affecting our lives, or things that are more personal, not just NFTs. They can be tied to the NFT world, but some things that we've sort of learned and that have maybe enhanced our lives this last couple days, this weekend. One thing for me that I've noticed is, like, I came into the NFT space like basically as a photographer mindset, right? I came in and I was like, my whole goal was like, I'm going to sell photography as NFTs. And I minted my first one. I was really excited about it. But I started to sort of go down the rabbit hole of NFTs, and I sort of had this different view where I was a part of this community already, right? The photography community, but I'm like, what else is out there? I'm seeing sort of trends build in the photographer space, and how they're marketing themselves, and what images are selling and all that. And I was like, this is great information, but how can I incorporate more of the NFT space into my knowledge, like actually get a better understanding of it, not just like kind of sell my photos. I'm a photographer here, I'm only selling photos. I wanted to sort of invest and dive into different projects and really learn about the NFT space. And one thing that I've really learned is, like, these projects, the ones that do really well, are very focused on community. And like, for me, I'm starting to realize that, like, if I want to sell a piece, like, it's not all about, it's not black and white. Like, I go on Twitter or whatever social media, or, and shill my stuff. I'm not just selling one, photograph. What I should be selling is, like, my persona, me. And through that, these communities, I'm able to, like, establish relationships and sort of build that repertoire in the NFT community before I start just like kind of like, hey, buy my stuff, like that's the last thing I want to do, is kind of like just have to shill myself constantly on a day to day. And so, like,
that's happening a lot.
It happens so much. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the photographers, and I probably transfers over to other digital artists, they see, something happening if they're newer to the space, and they kind of like try to emulate that. And right now it's a lot of kind of shilling and kind of just praying that someone will buy your work. But you really have to put in the work on the back end to build, a presence online, build a presence in the NFT world. And one thing that really, it's kind of crazy. I didn't understand, like, the whole concept between the profile picture between a punk or an ape or a cat or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You spent a lot of money on that. Great. But it becomes your online persona in a way. It becomes your brand. And like for me using my cat, like it's almost like instantly recognizable as like, oh, that's okay. That's a cat. This guy's in the NFT space. Or like if they know me, the cat and me are synonymous now. So it's like, it's really weird, a weird kind of thing to build an online presence around sort of a project, but it's been so like cool to like just experience a different side of the NFT world, kind of go down these like different projects, go into these different projects, into their discords, learn about different things of like, maybe I like what they did with this drop or I don't like what they did, and sort of apply it to my thinking and how I relate to the NFT market. And right now, like I haven't sold a single photograph, like not
Well, you've
one.
also to sorry to cut you off, but I want to chime in here.
Yeah.
So I love your approach, right? Because you had the option to, all right, do I want to use my audience that spent all these years building up and just shill them a whole bunch of shit? You haven't done that once. It's a beautiful thing because you're actually taking the time to do your 50 to 100 hours to learn. And I think you've done a great job so far. I do have one question for you though, keeping all of that in mind. What would you say is one thing that you've learned that you're going to carry with you into your like based off of your trial and error, you dipping your toes, this is what I'm talking about, the past few weeks.
I think
What lessons about long-term or short-term utility are you going to incorporate with your own personal art that you sell as an NFT? Have you learned something?
Well,
Maybe give the audience a sneak peek.
The biggest thing for me, I mean, there's no, I don't have anything in the works.
I know,
Like
well,
full transparency. I told myself last week I was gonna upload photos and like, you know, mint them, and I didn't get around to doing that. But I don't have a clear idea with my photography yet. I'm thinking that I want to make more of a series rather than one-off photos, right? To create a full body of work that tells my story and tells something like, I wanted to tell a story, not just like broad, like, oh, these are landscape photos taken in blah, blah, blah. Like, I want them to really mean something. Like, for example, Justin Versano, it's Aversano. He's done crazy stuff with his Twin Flames project, and he's leading the way, he's paving the way for photographers. And not saying I want to replicate his model exactly, but I like what he's doing in that he has a full body of work that he shared, and it's almost become like it's actually, I think the floor is higher than punks now. Like they swap,
I've read
it,
about
like
that.
trade for punks and stuff, and it's insane because he's created this project that people really relate to, and it's a full series, and it just feels complete. Like when you're buying something, it feels like you're buying into, you know, not only his work, which is beautiful, but this community of people who really appreciate great art, and that want something more than just a beautiful photo. Not saying his photos aren't beautiful, but they have different stories. They have a bigger story, like behind the twins, and like the way he photographs each of them, he tells a different story with each one. It almost feels like a this is gonna come off wrong, but it feels like a full 10K release, you know, full body where everyone sort of creates their own storylines, and they, you know, the community merges over that. It's kind of like that with his photography, and I love that people really resonate with these. Not just like, hey, this is beautiful, I'm gonna put it on my wall, right? Which you should put it on the wall, but it has more substance than that, and I love that. So for me, just thinking about a more whole piece, a whole collection, is gonna be, when I do bring more work to the NFT space, it's going to be like that, a more well-rounded collection that you can see it and go, oh, that's a Scott Burrero piece, you know, not just like, oh, that's a landscape, it might be his.
You know, because I get it. I think I get it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've summarized from that is you want to take a more meaningful and thoughtful approach in what you do. So that's essentially, would you say that's a...
And I'm not saying it's not meaningful and thoughtful to take a beautiful picture. Like there's astrophotography and like northern lights and sunsets and landscapes of like all different types, and you know, those are great. That's, I love that. That is at my core. I love a sunset and a great landscape. But I've always wanted more as an artist, to have a lasting legacy. And I think that for me, it's been really hard to like, I've thought about it, like I should just post my older work, right? I have this huge body of work, like thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. I should just upload those. I just can't bring myself to do it because I don't think that I want to approach the NFT space with anything that's been done. I want to create a new body of work for the NFT space that is like sort of my new sort of like relaunching myself as an artist into the world, because I have that opportunity right now. There's one piece that I have on the internet right now that's minted, nothing else. I have an opportunity to start something here, a legacy, kind of like the Twin Flames, and that's what I want to do. So
I just had an idea for you, and I don't know if you want it on air or off air.
tell me it off air, because I'll probably shoot it down immediately.
Pretty fucking good. I might forget it by the time with as many times as we squirrel on this episode.
All right, hit me.
You're probably not gonna like it.
Come on.
What if create your own? Think of it as an image, but this image is more of an environment. The environment changes depending on the purpose of the piece, the message that you're trying to send. But the best part, within the piece, there's an avatar version of SB, Takono, Scott Barrero, whatever nickname you want to go by. And he's holding, whether it's an iPad, then the iPad shows your art. Now, here's where it all ties in together.
I'm already lost.
Long-term utility, right? So each one is a one of one in
Yeah.
a way, right? Because it's this unique scene with your avatar with a certain mood, emotion, color scheme based off of what the message of the photo is. However, the underlying utility on your website could be, hey, if you collect everything in this class, I fly you out to San Francisco, put you up in an Airbnb at the nicest hotel, whoop-de-whoop, all that. If you hold 3 of 6 of these numbers, unique utility behind it, that thoughtful approach. I don't know. That was just
It sounds interesting. It sounds like a combination of so Cass Simmer did this
creating
thing.
art, but then within the art, connecting it with.
Right. It reminds me of this thing. It's like a combination of Cass Simmer, who had this like whole experience built into her NFTs, like photographs, where if you bought it, you had this whole experience where you get to go on a mountain trek with her and learn from her and stuff. And you had to buy like a certain one or certain things, but also like combine that with Ghosts, where Ghosts has this like if you hold a certain set of cards, you can combine them to create something bigger from them. I think it's like you can combine them to create like a god or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of like combining those two things, and I like that idea. I think I would just have to kind of think on it more on a different real world application than flying someone out to hang out with me. Like, I would want it to be much more like, instead of just flying them out and like us going taking photos, incorporate them into my next piece, either by working with them or making them like the subject of my next piece or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
So to spin off of that, I think I threw that out as an idea, but yeah, that was actually more of what I had in mind, right? So instead, like, I just threw that out because it's the first thing that helped people understand, okay, utility behind the purchase.
Yeah.
That's what you do. But it could also be like, let's say they possess 8. 8's one of his favorite numbers, right? Well, 8 could be, a mentorship. Maybe you don't title it mentorship, but let's say it's somebody who's just fresh into the photography game or the NFT game, and they get to shadow you. So it could be utility for one-on-one access to you, your brain, your skill sets, your knowledge, more so than flying them out. Flying them out is that utility of that one-on-one.
I like the idea of adding utility, but also part of me, like the straight up artist, wants to just be like, no, I just want to create a standalone
like, I don't
project.
Want to
Like, I would love to do that, and I believe in myself as like I think it would be fun to hang out and shoot and stuff. But also at the same time, I kind of want to just create a body of work. That was really loud.
Oh wow, that's loud.
I would love to create a body of work that stands on its own, that doesn't need that utility to sell it. You know what I mean? Not saying that you would need that for it, but for me, I think at least the first one, I just want it to be like an impeccable body of work that you look at it and you're like, that I need. I need that in my collection. Like something like that. Like, it's just so good. And I don't even know the route that I would go with it, whether it be like some crazy like stylized portraits or environmental portraits or a landscape of some type, but I would do something that stands out and you just look at it and That's the most important thing. And maybe I'm a bit too hesitant. That's a perfectionist in me, you know. I want to do
spoken like a true
I
creative.
always want to do the best. I always want to come out with something different, but sometimes it's better just to start, as we've learned.
So I'm going to start on a note with this, right? I'm shocked that him being such a perfection, you know, a creative, was able to convince me, right? Just start.
Oh,
you
yeah.
would think that you'd want to perfect, right? Yeah. In a way, I'm a perfectionist too, but I value progress over perfection. I think that making progress is far more important. This is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Than perfecting every little detail, right? Unless, of course, sometimes you got to take 2 steps back. Sometimes you do have to step it back.
Yeah.
But that progress, and like our 2 qualities right here, is what makes, I feel like, this partnership even better, right? This running this project together even better, because we can, it's like the yin and yang. Sometimes you got to push, sometimes you got to pull, and you can push and pull, right? And it works. Do you feel that, or am I just kind of?
Sorry, I got distracted. Gary said,
squirrel.
Sorry, I was reading chat. Gary said,
let's
squirrel mode. Scott's a
this.
Gary V fan, so he told you to just do it.
Oh yeah, no. So Scott is probably secretly a Gary V fan. He just doesn't want to admit it.
It's not that I'm not a fan.
And if that's the case, we have an issue,
amazing
man,
stuff.
because this is we gotta hold ourselves accountable here.
No, I'm all good with Gary. We can be boys if he wants to be.
If he wants to be. My door's always open, Gary. That's funny. That's hella funny. Yeah, episode number 55. For anybody watching this, share, like. So this is one scenario where I will say share, like, and retweet. We're trying to get Gary on the show for episode number 55, which conveniently enough, we're only going to carry on the string of numbers for BitmonkeyTV on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be their own sequences and shows, right? And I did the math, and conveniently enough, October 8th, just 2 months ago, or 2 months from now, it'll be Friday, Non-Fungible Token Friday, episode number 55. Gary V, we'd love to have you on the show. I love these 2 cents here.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. If you obsess about your target audience and ask yourself how you can provide value for them, you will succeed. Write down your skills. What can you teach? What resources do you possess? What does your target audience eagerly want to obtain? These questions will guide you to a successful project.
Yeah, I was going to type out an answer, but I just love that.
I love that,
yeah.
Sergio, Lucy, aka Lucy Drop. For anybody who wants to go follow a new account, I believe it's Lucy_Drop. Just go search Lucy Drop on YouTube. He does really cool instructional videos if you're trying to do finger light shows. I think I'm calling that right, with the neon lights and the gloves. Pretty rad. Yeah. That's something I could never do. Like my shapes and things would.
I just wanted to respond to that. But I think those are great things to think about, you know, how to provide value and sort of knowing your audience. And that's, I guess, what I'm sort of cultivating right now is like, who is my audience?
Finding his niche.
Yeah.
You know, he is. He really is, because your niche previously was of a certain target audience. But now in the NFT space, does that same audience translate into the space? It doesn't, right?
Yeah, it's
You're
very
essentially
different.
Starting from scratch in a way.
Yeah. And then also, I sometimes I struggle, Lucy. I mean, I think we all kind of struggle, not with like, I think we all play the imposter syndrome, or we have imposter syndrome every now and then. And I think, like, for me, I no matter as far as I get, I think I always will come back and question myself, like, what do I know and what actual resources do I have that I can share with people? And I forget that, you know, I've been doing this photography for like 11 years now or something, like 10 years. And I do have a lot of knowledge. And to me, it seems like basic knowledge that I just sort of know. Mm-hmm. But to someone who's starting out, like, could be huge. Mm-hmm. And I just really need, I think, to dive deep and figure out, hey, what was I thinking, you know, when I first started photography? What were the most important lessons to me, and what did I look up to? Mm-hmm. And I think maybe just try to emulate that with the project, is like kind of give someone that feeling that they're like, when they look at it, they're like, this is a goal for photography. This is what I would like to be. And like, I don't know, maybe show my whole process, you know, when I do it. Mm-hmm. Share the whole process, and that could, you know, really help to figure out who my audience is in the first place. Mm-hmm. And also nail, you know, what, because I don't want to, I think there's a line, especially with art, is how much do you listen to your audience and how much do you listen to yourself? Mm-hmm. Like how much And sometimes, I think if you listen too much, then your message and your images and your the whole meaning behind your photograph or work or your art can get muddled. And then if you listen to yourself too much, then it's too much inside thinking and you don't really have any real constructive criticism or like anything to bounce an idea off of. So I think finding that balance of what do you want to create and what do you think your audience will like is huge. So I think thinking about all that is definitely valid points.
I love that. And the balance part, I mean, it's huge. It reminds me of a lyric from a song, too much of anything isn't a good thing. And I remember hearing that. And I was just all in. Anything I would do, I was all in. And I was like, how do you get anywhere if you don't focus all your energy on one thing? But things get overwhelming. You need to, and everybody's chemistry is different, right? But finding that balance in your approach, that balance in finding your audience, that balance in drawing the line in the sand with your audience. Let's see. I got lost, sidetracked right there.
What's Creative Thursday going to be?
Oh, Creative Thursday is going to be a show about creative output, creative content. It's going to vary from week to week. Chances are we're going to have a lot of interviews on any given week. And the idea is to collaborate with the community, ask you any difficulties you may have on the creative output front, and show you how we would tackle it as creatives, or beginner creatives or intermediate creatives or advanced creatives, on what tools we would use, whether you're trying to be efficient with your time and you want to make 3 pieces of content really, really quickly. We want to guide you through the process. So the whole idea of Thursdays is to build community, to interact and help solve any creative problems you may have or creative questions on output. And then as well as ideas, like we can bounce ideas. As you learn, me and Scott here just bounced a few ideas here. And we're bouncing thoughts in the comments on Twitch. So it's like, it could be an episode about that. So it's all about being creative. And that's a very broad topic. That's why I chose that one word. There's a lot of different titles and I felt like creative can stand for a lot of different topics. But hopefully that answered your question there. And let me ask a question right back. Would you like that type of show? Anybody watching here? I'd be curious. No, yeah. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be me, just me solo. That's why
until September.
Yeah, until September. Until he's a little closer, right? But Thursdays I'm going to do my best to bring other people on the shows, to make it a collaborative effort. Other creatives to just kind of do the 3-4 screen on Twitch and interact with the community and answer any questions you have.
That'll be fun.
And if you want us to do it for you, as far as to watch, because I'm a very visual learner. I wish there was more and more YouTube videos on how-tos that guided you visually when I was younger, because that's just the type of learner I am. I never learned from the books, right? I learned from trial and error and from visually watching. And I know I'm not alone. So that's what I'm hoping the channel, that type of value, that theme of the day brings from this channel. So,
and who knows, I might pop in. I might just jump on my phone. We'll see.
Cool. Well, hey, I appreciate it either way, Gary.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. Let's go back up. Start a YouTube channel educating beginner photographers how to achieve their goals. You can charge for one-on-one sessions. Once you build a big enough audience, you can sell an NFT project that provides access. I like it.
I've definitely thought about that. Or I've thought about creating my own like tutorials and stuff and creating a page and doing access for that. It sounds great, like in thought, but I know myself, and it would become such a huge, like my perfectionist self again would want everything to sort of be right, and maybe,
I was just about to say.
I know, and I would want to hire someone to film it and an editor and all of that. So maybe that would be really amazing to do that, but that's a bit more farther down the line than my first launch, because I think my first launch, I would hope that I will have a photography project within the next month that's out.
You think you can do that?
I think I can. By September. I think I can.
I love it.
Because I do, like, I think a lot of times, we think that we don't have time. And as much as I am very busy right now, there's sometimes on the weekends, like, for example, I went out to dinner last night. If I didn't do that, I could have gone out and taken photos, right? So there's certain things where, like, if I really want it, I will make it happen.
Yeah.
and I really do want this. It's just I've been mulling it over so long in my mind. I just need to get something out, write down something, and just run with it, and then see how it develops. Maybe I hate it, but something good might come out of it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
So, we shall see. Gary's holding it to me. Holding
I
me
love
to
it.
All right. 1 month from now. What day is that?
I could interview Scott. That's
So
a good
by
point.
September 2nd. September 2nd. And when I do release my first project, just to give you guys kind of an insider tip, I want to make it really accessible. I'm on the fence about pricing, but part of me wants to just price it something ridiculous, like just 0.01. Like, just get it into the hands of people.
Yeah.
Allow people who actually really appreciate my art to own my first Genesis piece. I mean, my first Genesis collection. It won't be the first Genesis piece, but it'll be my first Genesis collection. And I really am thinking about just pricing it at a really, really, really nice entry point for anybody.
I like it. I can't argue that.
Yeah.
I support that.
And like, because for me, it's not about making profit. It's about being able to share my art with other people. Like, I don't want to create this huge like barrier to buy a piece of my work. Maybe later on down the road, once I do have an established like market of buyers. But for now, I really just want to share my work and do it in a meaningful way. So I think that there's got to be a way where I can share my work at a really nice entry point and somehow make it so that it can't just be swooped up by whales. Like some sort of like, run a Discord thing where I collect wallets, and verify that they are individual people looking for my stuff.
Yeah, I guess it depends on
I'm feeling this music, by the way.
Right? It depends on the quantity, right? Because then when you get into that realm, it's like, oh, are we talking like 1,000, 2,000? But I love the approach of that because, man, like, oh, did the camera just shut off?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, are we still live? Okay.
Yeah, so our audio's still here, so bear with us. That's weird. I thought that was a fresh battery.
Oh, because we're at an hour.
Oh, did we hit an hour? Man, time really flew. So thanks for bearing with us. If you're still there, I hope you can still hear us. Scott's just swapping this out here. Yeah. Well, I'll entertain you while he's gone. I'm watching the chat here. But I'm gonna answer Scott while he's in the background. Dude, I really love that approach because just fast forward to the end of next year, once Monkey Bites is not only sold out, right? But we're in that 5th, 6th, 7th milestone. Your brand name by, those resale values, just think about that perspective, right? Look at the CryptoPunks project. They initially handed those out. Those punks out. Mints were free. People were buying punks back in 2017, 2018 for nothing, right? For nothing, practically nothing. But now the patience of holding and letting a brand and a person develop, people are getting rewarded, and people who are buying it at the floor and flipping it are also getting rewarded. But the ones who held from claiming that cheap NFT, and I have a feeling a lot of them didn't believe in the CryptoPunks people, right? I think it's Matt and Josh or something. I forget the names, but I'm sure a lot of them didn't believe it. They're just buying it, whatever, having fun with the technology. But for a project like this, like I can already count on two plus hands how many people who would believe in you, who would want to just get a piece of it and hold on to it and watch what you do with your career, watch where you're going. Dude, I'd love to tally how many people you can get to set up their own crypto wallet that care about you on a personal level, friends and family.
Right? That would be
sick,
what I mean? Actually. Get a bunch of new people, onboard them into crypto and have my photo be their first purchase.
That's a good question. Moral Monkey Monday is flipping ethical.
Oh, yeah.
So, ethical.
I think it is. Is he? Personally, I'm not a big flipper. I'd much rather buy into a project I like and hold. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we all have different goals in crypto, right? Whether it's collecting art or making a profit.
I gotta say, I'm proud. His mindset. I gotta cut you off. He went from a flipping mindset to now he's thinking long term. I fucking love it. Ah!
Hey, it's crazy what a month in this
Clap
space
for
will do
Scott
for
right
you.
here. Man, you've come a long way in such a short period of time. It's just fucking awesome to see your knowledge
it's fun,
expanding,
man.
your
I was saying,
your discipline and your everything.
The other day, in a Twitter space, because I actually had that question or a similar question, how do you avoid FOMO And what do you do once you do buy into a project and you just want to flip out of it, right? And there were some great answers to that. I guess to sum it up, it's sort of like, just for me, flipping is not a bad thing. It can be really rough in a project that just launches, right? You FOMO in, people just like either whether they came into it with a flipping mentality or they just want to get out of it and turn a profit. It's not a healthy thing for a project to have that kind of
and
it's gonna happen.
We're gonna see it time and time again.
No
any hyped up drop is probably gonna be like that 9 times out of 10, unless it's overlooked on a holiday or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or we hit some like crypto winter where we see a mass exodus of people. You know, sort of.
We were talking about this, and we'll have a topic for Friday, but it was a strategy that I'm adopting based off of some recent events in the industry. And I'll explain that strategy on Friday. If you're curious to know, drop a note in the comments, and I'll make sure we highlight it on the first thing on NFT.
So for now, flipping ethical, yes.
Yeah. So going back to, I know we kind of got off topic. Not really. This is a show about starting, so that's what we're doing. Yeah. So we were right on topic, right on schedule, right on time.
Like if your main goal is to become like, to grow your wealth, and you're good at it, that you see it as a viable alternative, or not a viable, that you see it as something that you can do on a consistent basis and not take losses, then go for it, right? If you've got that mind, if you can figure things out and somehow, predict the markets and do it, sell it correctly, sure.
I'm going to give a tip. Don't ever try to predict a market. The best thing you can do is believe in somebody. So I'm going to give a little tip.
I shouldn't say predict.
I didn't follow Gary's advice on his recent post because I know what he's doing, right? And what he's doing is amazing. He is giving exposure to these projects who wouldn't have it otherwise. And it's a beautiful thing. However, I'm not jumping on every project because before I jump on the project, as you guys know, I look into roadmaps. I look into who's behind it. And forgive me, but Art Chick has caused up too much drama to get to her point where she is. And for her to be at the board of that, I personally don't want to invest in it. That's my stance. That's my decision. So I chose not to. But going to why I brought this up, you can make a career. If you're just following Gary Vaynerchuk right now, you follow all of his socials, stay notified, stay in the VFriends Discord. Any project that he announces, so far the trend appears to, it doesn't always skyrocket, but you can make a profit on your flipping. If you're the first to see him purchase that or the first to hear that notification, and you go grab a 5 to 10, wait 2 weeks, flip it after that floor goes up from.
This is not financial advice.
Yeah, this is not financial advice, but what I'm saying is there's opportunity to be had if you're paying attention.
I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give the idea because this is not financial advice, but we had it off air, and I was like,
oh, we were talking about this off air.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
And the reason we were talking about it is because I've already observed there's a lot of people doing it and making tons of increase there. And you know what? They're probably recording themselves flipping up to a CryptoPunk right now or flipping up to a VFriend. I think it's awesome. However, it is driving the floor down quite a bit on a lot of projects. It's also destroying some projects. So we'll see when the dust settles what happens.
I know, right? You have to say it, though. DYOR, this is not financial advice.
All right, Dream, I love it. So thanks, Scott. I would have gone off on a longer rant without saying that. But yeah, I think we should. How are we feeling about this episode? Is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to Moral Monkey Mob? We talked about the 2 projects.
I'm good.
Talked about the space. I think one thing we're going to close this out is thoughts. I want to start closing out each episode with thoughts from Scott and I.
We do that for the most part.
Yeah, but not every time consistently. I've noticed. Because I've been clipping these things.
That's true.
Yeah,
you are.
I've been clipping these things. I can tell.
Because I can say I feel like we have, but I don't really know.
I'd be posting more of them because we don't have enough of them, to be honest. So, some closing thoughts. Let's hear it, Scott. I'd like to hear,
I gotta start.
Based off of what you've learned since you entered the space.
Yeah.
What are 2, not just 1, 2 core values or belief systems that you suggest somebody adopt or look into, or maybe views from those perspectives on how to navigate the space? What are 2 guiding principles that you would suggest to anybody watching?
It's a tough question. Because I literally just started a month ago, and I didn't really. I had you to sort of talk to and bounce ideas off crypto, but I still had to sort of navigate it on my own. And we have the only project that we're actually mutually invested in is Animatus, which is kind of crazy.
Well, you're forgetting the most important one.
Well, of course, Monkey Bites, but that's duh.
I know.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, no, we made a comment the other day. Shit, we'll save that for Friday. But continue on. I was about to squirrel it.
But yeah, I already almost lost my train of thought. Okay, give advice for people starting and navigating this space. Number one, Discord. Discord. It is so essential. It's like so if you want to think about it as like I don't know, Twitter is like a common meeting ground for everybody who comes from these Discords. So Discords are the smaller groups, right, where information gets passed around, and it'll eventually make its way into Twitter as people start talking about it, and it's like I guess if you're in a classroom, right, you have your buddies, you chit chat, whatever. You walk into the halls now. Maybe some people share some information. It happens in passing.
I like that. That's
getting
an interesting
Discords.
analogy there. I like that.
Yeah.
Continue though.
I would say getting Discords because you can learn valuable information. You can be an early adopter, in some of these projects. There's giveaways when people essentially view the project as, it's not worth anything because it hasn't launched, but the value because you've been there from the beginning and you've seen the team grow, you've seen the project grow. It's huge. No. It's huge. Another one, and I'm still working on this is a work in progress, is be more loud with your opinions, and voice what you're thinking on social media, because it's not like you don't really exist, but the more you share, the more that you're going to give back. Or get back, sorry. The more that you share, the more you're going to get back. You're going to get really valuable, you'll get all kinds of opinions. Whether they're good or bad. You kind of sort through it, but nonetheless, you have a sort of backboard to throw your ideas off of. And for me personally, I'm it's weird. And in real life, I'm not really that shy. But on social media recently, I've been hesitant to just kind of scream down the walls about certain things, like Monkey Bites, for example. I just want to yell about it, or my own photography. I want to yell about it on social media, but I'm I think my mind checks myself as are people really going to listen to you? Do you really does it mean anything? And it does. It should. Your ideas and your thoughts should always be, valued.
So maybe put yourself out there more.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a better term.
Yeah. What was I saying?
What'd you say? Because you said be louder with your opinions, which could be a positive and a negative if you think about it.
Be Art Chicken, be Beanie Mac.
Yeah, the drama.
That's not what I'm saying.
Accounts that stir drama.
I don't
to
mean
create
be
attention.
louder. Okay, let me.
That's what I was curious about. I was
no, I don't mean.
That's why
I don't mean.
You'll find in the recording. I did this rock fucking eyebrow raise.
I don't mean come up with hot takes. I just mean voice your opinion.
Okay,
your opinion matters, and share your opinion on social media.
I love that. Hey.
We're all in this space.
Your opinion matters.
Together.
Everybody that's.
What is it? The sea rises together.
Our opinion is a part of our freedoms, right?
I butchered that. It's like when the seas rise, all ships rise together. I don't know what this is. Something along those lines. We lift each other up as we all grow.
100%. Yeah, 1,000%.
All right, now you.
So
you put me
so
on the
you're
spot.
two. I know. So you're two were Discord, and
share your opinion.
Share your
thoughts.
opinion. Right. I like it. So
there you go. Rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew Gary had it.
In between me doing mine, so we have Gary, aka Dream, aka Broken. If I had a sat for every time, I heard this is not fun. Oh, we already said that.
Yeah, we already said that.
But buy what you don't like. Don't spend more money than you would in real life. I need to work on the second one. So that reminds me of something that has stuck with me. Many of you are familiar with Hove, aka Jay-Z, aka
Jigga.
I'm having a brain fart. You guys know Jay-Z. He got a CryptoPunk on his avatar.
To the OV.
Right? There's a quote from him. You'll actually find it in the Monkey Bites collection. If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. Meaning everything you look at, can you buy it twice and not break a sweat if you lose that? That's something I try to adopt and think about from a tangible perspective in real life, and also not as much in the crypto world because I have been dipping my toes a lot, and definitely, you know. But in my defense on that part, like, it's not money I can't afford to lose. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I love that comment. I love that input. My 2 guiding principles that I would like to share. Patience is number 1. Be patient. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's something that's being repeated over and over and over again. And in my opinion, nobody's going to listen until they make the mistakes of not being patient. So go ahead and make your mistake. Go ahead and rush. Go ahead and make uneducated decisions sooner than later so that you can learn and practice and build that patience long term. Number 2, damn, I'm stuck between 2 right now. I kind of want to give 3.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
We're just full of analogies this episode. Number 2
just coming out with them.
Is have some fun. Don't take it too serious. You know, just have some fun. Have some fun. Look into projects. Look into the people you believe in the most, and ride with that. Have some fun. You want to dip your toes into a penguin project because you like pudgy penguins? Go do that. I wasn't just referring to you, but that's you're cracking up right now. It was just the funniest like thing I could say.
No, but it makes sense,
right?
You know?
Although I'm sort of have some fucking fun. You know, learn how this technology works because we're witnessing something that is not yet mainstream, and we're all so fortunate to be in this space at this very moment in time. Yeah. And those are my 2 cents.
Yeah. You know, just one thing to say off of that is take your L's in stride. If you don't come, you know,
for anybody who doesn't know what's an L,
make a mistake, it's an L. It's like a loss. You take a loss.
Not those East Coast joints.
Yeah. So you make a mistake, you know, you buy into a project that doesn't quite turn out so well financially as you thought it would be. Learn from it. What did you do wrong? Why did you buy into it? Did you put too much in? Did you buy too early? Did you follow the FOMO and things that you were hearing from people who weren't maybe the most credible sources? Just think about it. Backtrack your ideas and what you did to get to that point.
Yeah.
And hopefully not make that decision again.
I love it. So he dropped a 3rd. I'm going to drop a 3rd, and it's not going to contradict what you say, but don't overthink things too much, right? Yes, be mindful. Yes, learn from all these things, but don't be so hard on yourself. Don't overthink it too much. We're all learning. We're all having fun. At least I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Regens to the
because Gary said L, what Scott would call a degens. Familiar, degens is a very successful project.
L has a lot of definitions.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, that was a great input. Great 2 cents. I love it. Fun. So I think that's an episode.
Let's wrap it.
Thank you for tuning in on this episode of BitmonkeyTV. It is Moral Monkey Monday. I want to say Moral Monkey Mob Monday. Moral Monkey Mondays. Yeah. The first day of our new schedule. You can catch it on our Discord. You can catch it on. We have a new link. So if you want to share our stream to anybody, just tell them to go to bitmonkey.tv. It'll take them to our Twitch page. It's just a simple forwarder down the road. We will have our own streaming engine where we kind of tie everything else into it. But for now, Twitch is it. All right. My name is Marcelo.
I'm Scott.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day.
See you guys.
Peace.